Welcome to Mount Shasta Escape and the Ride Forever playlist.
It's Thursday, April 17th. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different, but there is an archery center on a dirt road that I'm going to turn left at. And I've been up those dirt roads once before, a long time ago on my KLX 300. And at that time there's lots of deadfall, which made it hard to get anywhere, and I don't know if there's still a lot of deadfall up there, but it could be snow up there as well. The lake is full. It is going over the dam. Has been for weeks. We're right in the heart of the big spring snow melt. I don't know how much longer it'll last, but there's still, I'm sure, quite a bit of snow up there, but it is melting fairly quickly. Now I think about it, yeah, that turn for the archery center is before you get to the Forest Service road. It's still in the county when you do the turn. Lots of people out. You can tell the weather's getting nice. I guess I'll just wait a little bit and give them a head start. They're kicking up a lot of dust. Yeah, I don't know how well this Zoom is going to show the roads. There's a whole network of roads up here, which, yeah, I don't know if it'll show it or not. I think it's not going to have a lot of them. Oh, by the way, the Archery Center is kind of all through here. They've actually got kind of a facility up here a little ways further. I'm not sure, but I think they might even have a sign up somewhere saying, you know, kind of beware of getting shot with an arrow. Here we go. That's part of it. Crossbow's not allowed. Okay. Say an archery range over there. Kashie and archery range do not enter to my left. I just do not get shot with an arrow. I didn't even notice. I think that truck that was ahead of me may have turned into the shooting range there. So I probably don't have to worry about them. So I'm at 30, I started at about 3,400 feet. This goes up, and I'm pretty sure it'll get up to the snow level, but typical forest road out here, a little bit of pavement and then broken up and dirt, and they have graveled it. Here, they don't gravel all of it. There are a bunch of roads up here that are pretty darn rough that I would not want to go on with this. This is kind of the main road up here. There are all kinds of little offshoots from it, especially off to the left, that go way up higher. But I don't think they really maintain those roads. And it was kind of okay when I was on a KLX 300 with knobby tires, but I don't know how much I want to push my luck on this. But this road that I'm on, if the snow doesn't stop me, will eventually hook up with FR 26. If it does that, I may just take this all the way and come back on 26 and call it good for a day. There's that little road went off to the right. That's one of those little roads you got to watch out for. Well, my Zumo, I can actually see WA bars just off to my right, paralleling it on this road. Although the Zumo is showing it as WA bar, and at this point I'm guessing that it would have turned into Forest Road or FR, Forest Route 26. Another road off to the left. Again, on the KLX I explored all of those, but a lot of those they get steep and nasty really quick. I won't do it this year, but I'm going to get that knee replaced, and it's coming up just a whole lot sooner than, I don't know, time flies, but a few weeks I'll be getting that knee replaced, and then after that it'll be a bit of a layoff for a while. Now the main thing of this road that I'm on, it is the main road. They do maintain it, although there could still be deadfall over it, and I still wouldn't be surprised if it's got snow up here. Boy, that little road to the left, nasty with deadfall over it. And I'm just sure this would have had deadfall over it, but you never know. People come through, and I think the forest, the National Forest people actually come through here sometimes and cut out the deadfall. Again, I know they've been having money problems, and sheesh, Who knows how many layoffs they've had occur, which could make it harder for them to get up and do that for a road like this. Now, people that thinks the Forest Service folks don't do anything useful, well, you just don't get out in the areas where you see what they do that's useful. Okay, I wasn't sure, but still going. I don't know how much further I'll still be going, though. I'm up to 4,400 feet, and it still goes through, okay. Yeah, maybe I'm done. Yeah. That's what I expected. Now, somebody with a jacked up truck has gone through a little ways, but didn't make it that far. I'm only 6.6 miles from my house. I'll say that. I'll walk up here. Go ahead and turn this off. Leave that going. Who knows? Maybe there's a track that goes through. I just didn't want to go up there and commit myself to it yet. Well, I can get past this, but how much further? There's another one up there, but hey, what the hey? This isn't enough to stop. Oh, nice views of the eddies up there. Oh, the road goes left there. And somebody in their pickup truck decided that was too much for them. Yeah, if the guy in the pickup truck doesn't go through, then I certainly don't. Yeah, please stay where you are, motorcycle. Don't fall over. Side stand is not sinking in, so I think I'm good. So I've got an app on my phone called Peak Finder, which is not terribly reliable, but there's something straight up there that just could be Mount Eddy. It's always hard to tell when you're looking from different directions. And where do I hide that app? There we go, Peak Finder. And I will point it up that way. Mount Eddy. How about that? So there is... Yeah, I don't know if I can point this out well, but there's a little pointy thing kind of in the foreground, and there's a thing that looks a little flatter at the top, just to the left, and it's kind of hard to tell from here, but it's higher, this little pointy one, and that's Mount Eddy. I have stood up there. It's kind of neat, and actually it does show some brown from here. When I was looking at it from Wairika, that was on the north side, and the north side was solid white. Anyway, yeah, spotted that. And yeah, that's beyond what I can do on a Tiger. I think I've mentioned this probably in some other videos, but not this year, but someday, assuming I get my joints working a little better. Yeah, I guess pretty deep. I may get something that I could poke around some of these old dirt roads with that's harder to get stuck on. My KLX was kind of hard to get turned around when you get in some of these tight spots. So I'm not exactly sure what I would get, but one possibility would be one of the Honda Mini Motos, like a Monkey or something, but not a great dirt bike, but on the other hand, it's small, lightweight, and you just about always get it unstuck somehow. Now, what the heck am I looking at over here? Somebody's just doing some target shooting up here. I don't know if that's what the frame was put up there for. It looks like it could have been. I wanted to come up here and do some plinking. Holes look small, like 22. Boy, I used to do a whole lot of that back in the day, but I pretty much stopped all of that. I used to do a lot of that with my son, but when he passed away, I just quit doing it. The camera's still going. Both of them still are. And now I just have to turn around without dropping this beast. Oh, that should be something simple, but Somehow it never is for me. And I know there are countless videos out there, people saying, here's how you do U-turns, or how you get turned around in tight situations, and yeah. All I can say is try doing that when you're 72 and have bad joints. Anyway, that's about it for the excitement. Pretty up here though, I just love getting out. Different kind of ride. This is not a long road ride. This is just a short little ride from my home, and as the weather gets better, eventually that'll melt out and I'll go all the way through on it. And get all the little side roads up here. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a few of them I could do, but the ones I went past, most of them I looked at and shook my head and said no. I think further up here, there could have been some offshoots that would have been more viable. Again, that's where I think about something like a Honda Monkey. If I went down or up some little go track, I could just about always be sure I could get that thing turned around and get out of wherever I am. Again, when you say it's not a dirt bike, I mean, it doesn't have really an off-road suspension on it. It doesn't have a whole lot of suspension. You can't go fast. You can't hit things hard. It doesn't have a whole lot of ground clearance, on and on and on. But it's small, fairly lightweight, and you're unlikely to get stuck. In effect, it would be kind of the opposite of what I'm currently on. I love my Tiger, and I'm going to keep it, I think, for a long time. On top of which, I managed to put a few scrapes on the top of the gas tank. No dents, but scrapes. So if I sold it, I'd have to either find somebody willing to overlook that or find it some paint shop that could touch it up and make it look good again. But, you know, that stuff is not cheap to do. Better just keep it and ride it and enjoy it. Plus my scuffed up tank is hidden underneath my tank bag. That's one of my reasons for putting it on there. That way I don't have to look at it. And one thing about any motorcycle, or car for that matter, I mean, unless you just keep it in your garage all the time and rarely take it out and do anything, you get scratches and scrapes on them. Your cars do, your motorcycles do. It's just how it is. Okay, that road right there, that is one that I think I've driven my car up. So I will go up this for a little ways. At least it starts out fairly wide and it's not really getting steep up or down. I guess I wasn't quite ready to quit. A little steeper and narrower than what I was on. What I was on was the main road. But as far as the side roads go, this is better than a lot of them. Looks like I'm hitting snow just right away, though. Can I really go through there? Maybe. No, last summer when I first got this bike, I was still standing up all the time on it. My knee was doing better. It really took a turn for the worse in November and just never really came back. Just what cartilage I had left in there finally said, no mas, gave it up. I see snow up ahead though. Yeah, a little bit deadfall. So yeah. You know, I think it very well could go past that, but not for me, not today, not on this. And you think I worry about tipping over and something like this? Huh. Yes, I do. A little bit rocky, a little bit off camber. Heavy motorcycle. Old man that probably shouldn't go places like this, but just has to.
Well, my wheels are kind of catching on rocks, which makes it a little bit hard to back it up and move it forward and jockey it around. That's why I'm having some difficulty. Tell the truth. How many of you are continuing to watch this to see if I actually dumped the motorcycle over? Bad news. I kept it on 2 wheels. Good news for me.
I always have to go far enough to get my heart rate up a little bit where I get worried.